All right. So that's a weird countdown to start the things. Very silent and not the way I planned it. But anyways, welcome to the Instant Ink Comic Book Podcast. My name's Adriano, and here is the podcast where every not quite week because we took a little bit of a break for the holidays, but we're back for 2026. But every little while or so, we get authors, writers, artists, all kinds of people on board, and we all make a comic book page together live. So we don't know what we're going to do before we start. We use some prompts, we look at what we got, and then we use that to make a cool comic page that did not exist before we started. So, with all that, as I stumble through my intro, my name is Adriano. You can find me at Pesto Comics on all of the internet and pestocomics.com. That's the easiest place to find me. And as always, I am joined by the artist here, Roberto Villacava. Roberto, please introduce yourself. Let them know who you are.
Hello, this is my turn to stumble through my introduction. my okay, I'm Roberto Villacava, and I'm an artist, and I'm the creator of Voyager, that you can find on Kickstarter soon, and you can find me on internet and at my webpage that is robertovillacavaillustration.com. And that's it.
Right on. Yeah, nice and easy. And it's something funny about, I don't know, going live and now it's like, oh, it's so stumbly. But every time we record, like we do it in one shot with no problem. But for
Yes,
some
yeah.
reason, knowing that it's live, we're all stumbly. So hopefully now the pressure's on for
Yeah,
our
we are,
guest
we are
today.
second guessing or thinking how is
Yeah,
this going.
exactly. I don't know why. We should be fine. But now the pressure's on for Alyssa, our guest today. So Alyssa, please let them know who you are.
Hi, I'm Alyssa Cormier. I'm an artist, author, and artistine. I love to create things for a living. I ran my own business for about 5-7 years, called The Nightcraft on DeviantArt. I'm no longer there, but my art's still there. And currently writing a horror novel. Thank you.
Amazing. Yeah, that's really cool. And yeah, you did well. I mean, you stumbled a lot less than we did. So
Yeah.
congratulations on that. But yeah, really cool stuff you got going on. Okay, so while I'm stalling for time because what I'm trying to do is bring up the screen of prompts. So I'm going to share my screen in a second. Here we go. And yeah, you did. And there it is. Okay, we're popping up the side. So what I'm going to ask you to do is to ignore the prompts that you see here. I'm going to hit this generate prompts button. It's going to bring up some new prompts. I'm going to read them out, and then you tell me what sounds good to you. So we have, what's my name? Why has the character lost their memory? The puzzle, write something that the answer isn't known until the end. The unknown, what happens when someone steps into an unknown situation? People watching, tell the story of a random person who passes by, and perfect smile, a situation that brings a smile to your face. So are any of those speaking to you? Any of those feel like something you want to dig into?
The Unknown sounds really cool.
Right on. Okay, the unknown. Nice. I love when somebody's like reads it and just like, yeah, that sounds good. Perfect.
We'll start not knowing anything about anything.
It's almost too broad, but hey, I'm not gonna second guess your choices here.
No characters, no setting, nothing.
Just go with it. Just go with what you got coming. Okay, cool. So, Roberto, before you get drawing, I'm going to get you to share your screen as usual. And then while he does that, so it's the middle button or the H button will do it for you as well on your keyboard.
What does the H is for sharing? No. What's the
Yeah. And then hold on, I have to add it to the screen here. There we go. So it is now shared. Cool. So the difference with this and our finally edited one is it shares the whole screen. Let me see if I can do something about that. I can maximize it. Can I crop it? Anyways, I cannot do that. Anyways, it shares the whole screen, but that's fine. And now everybody knows you use Clip Studio, which everyone always asks and we never tell them, but now they know. No secrets anymore.
Like it can't be Procreate. That's on the other side. I was gonna
right.
Photoshop maybe. I just Photoshopped a long time, so I don't know.
Yeah, Procreate's pretty popular lately, but Yeah, I think. Well, you're using a Cintiq, Roberto.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I
And
think for
PC.
that you need the more robust apps, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm not sure.
You just use what you use. Yeah.
Yeah,
No questions asked. Cool. Okay,
A
so
tablet.
yeah. I use a pen. Don't ask me how to fabricate one, but I use graphite.
whatever works. Right. Oh, that's awesome. All right. So the unknown. So anything that sprung to mind when you saw that, or you just any ideas, any vision?
An unknown person or like the situation where as in you could have a character that is almost like a blank face kind of individual
Okay.
or in the setting of where everybody else is blank face individuals or appears as shadows to them so they don't know what's going on or what they're seeing.
Oh, I like that. That's a strong visual. I like that. Now, what do we do with that? Okay. So I like it. I like it as a primary visual. What's the
But you mean like a blank expression or the face is blank?
I would say the face is blank.
Okay.
Sorry, I lean towards a bit of horror and dark fantasy is my two main genres that I write in. So I don't know, my mind always goes to dark things.
That's all good. We've been doing this show for a while. This is our 75th or 76th episode, and we have had a lot of people either go really dark or really silly. So you're in good company. Like a lot of people, they start like, this sounds cool, and then they just take it in a really dark direction. So you're in very good company. It's not unusual what you've selected. So, but the idea is novel. We haven't had this idea yet. So unless you include a dragon, and then you'll fall into familiar territory because we've had a few dragon episodes already. Uh, including our first one. No, our first one was a bear. I think we
Yeah.
started with a dragon and we changed it to
Yeah.
a bear.
Okay.
Um,
My God, have you seen Jeff Vandermeer's book Born? Whereas Mort is the flying bear in this world. He
Oh,
just
no.
he's like a sentinel and he flies around.
I haven't seen that.
He's a well, I say I've seen it, but it's a book you have to
Yeah,
read.
yeah.
But he's really Looney Tunesy, and he's pretty fantastic, fair wise.
Nice. Okay, I gotta check that out. I'm reading. What am I reading now? That's very. It's also kind of Looney Tunes. Dungeon Crawler Carl. That's yeah. I'm
Yeah,
not a I'm not a lit RPG guy, but that one got me. I don't know. I'm into it. So I had to try it. So yeah, I can
I've heard
recommend
a
that.
lot about it. Yeah, like if I was to pick one up, that would probably be it. I'm not really into that genre either. But
Yeah, right.
it sounds really fun.
Yeah, it has been right. It's the lit RPG thing is I always have a hard time with the there's a lot of like stats and listing stats and things. I feel like this does a good job of kind of breaking it out, so you don't really have to dig into it. Like he'll explain it through the story, so you don't necessarily need to like read through like wisdom 3 blah blah blah, right? Which is
Probably
what
have
always
all the Dungeons and Dragons manuals.
yeah.
So I got a lot of them. They're
Nice.
downstairs.
But those are functional, so at least in that regard that makes sense. But just for a story, like I don't need to know your character leveling, but I find they do it well in that book. So you never know what you're going to be into, I guess. So yeah, I've been enjoying it. It's a good book. It's very fast paced and silly. So yeah, that sprung to mind when you said it was kind of Looney Tunes. Similar idea. It's like him and his grumpy cat trying to survive this dungeon. So anyways, a lot of fun. Speaking of a lot of fun, so this page, Roberto's got some concept sketches going on there, which is really cool. However, we need a bit of a plot now to go with the cool drawing. What can we do plot wise to drive this story? I usually advise like 5 is like kind of the safe amount of panels that you could use just based on like story structure, right? Like you're thinking of like your intro and then your inciting incident and your midpoint and climax end, right? Like you have like a very clear story structure with 5, but that's not a hard and fast rule. It's just to, get people a sense of that's kind of what you want to get through on a one pager. We can go right up to 9 panels, but usually that's more of like a conversation. Like it's people's heads going back and forth because you can only fit so much in a panel if you go to 9. Or you could do, I think we've done a splash page before, haven't we, Roberto? I'm pretty sure. We've done at least one. I might be wrong, but I'm going to go through all those too because I'm going to repost all the art on the Instagram very soon. So I'll know that answer for sure in a few days. But
Yeah. Doing these on the fly like that is kind of a little harder, right?
yeah.
Because you usually have like at least a time to either write through something or rewrite it or redraw it. And it's like if you want 5 panels to show a thing.
Mhm.
I also like the other prompt, which was a person who doesn't know who they are, which is an unknown person in an unknown situation. But having him be in a situation where all the people are also blank figures to him makes it seems like he might have face blindness, or he might not he might have lost his memory in some which way or form.
Mhm.
Doesn't recognize the things around him, but
Yeah.
slowly having features pop out on people.
Oh, I like that.
So you can clearly see one person's smile and then one person's eyes.
Okay, I like that. Yeah, I think what did you pick? So the unknown is the one we said, but what's my name? I think fits with that as well, which was the one where he lost his memory. So you're right. It's like a Facebook. I like that. So that leads itself into a good twist at the end, right? Like if he's looking around, he sees all these blank faces, and then slowly they start to come to, like they start to become familiar. There has to be like a twist almost at the end, right? Like where is he that this is like so concerning? Is you can go silly if he's on stage and he's like whoops or in a interview, or you can go really dark, right? He's in some tragic situation where he's forgotten everyone around him and then he realizes he's done something horrible, right?
I like the thought that he could have just done something horrible and he's basically suffering all of this through trauma. And as he slowly sees the eyes and the mouth of the people, if at the end he saw his own reflection and it was all these individual pieces of everyone else is now reflected onto him, whether or not he's bloody or seeing if he was a murderer or some sort or just came back from something bad, on the lookout for blank and blank, because he's just, maybe he had a psychotic break, he doesn't know who he is now, and now he's kind of going into his villain arc.
I love that. No, that's a great I have to commend you. You think very visually, which is wonderful for comics. So that I think that final panel concept you have of the like him in front of the mirror and he's looking at himself, like now he's assembled and he sees the result of what he's done, right? I like that visual. So
But
that
you said the reflection, that his features are reflections of other people, or
that would be I think a good way of like kind of him coming into himself. Like he slowly picks apart the features of other people, because I would say he's unrecognizable to himself by the end. Like he doesn't really see who he is. He's someone different now because of either what happened or what he did.
I like that.
I do really like comics. I'm not drawn any, but like I'm pretty sure I've tried over the years.
Sure.
And they're definitely a lot of work. And I suck at anatomy. So bad.
Well, we bring it up quite often on here. It's one of those things, like unless you're willing to fail for a really long time, it's going to be very hard to get good at it. And it's the thing that you're willing to fail with. Like what is the venue you're willing to just continually hit the wall against until you break through? So you must know that with your writing, right? But for whatever reason, you felt compelled to continue trying. Like it didn't turn out the way you wanted, but you wrote again and you wrote something new and it didn't get where you wanted, and you keep doing it until finally somebody says this is really good, right? You hope, hopefully that's happened, right? But it takes that. It takes the the fortitude to just be like, I'm gonna keep trying this. And much like you, like with the drawing, like I to this day, I'm still like saying I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna learn to draw, and then I do it, and I don't like it, and I can't get past my own like censor of like this isn't what I envisioned. So I give up. I quit, and then I stop for a while, and then I go back to it.
I think that's what it is. The vision of
Yeah.
what I want to create, I can never create it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if I draw my own characters, I'll be like, okay, that doesn't look anything like the character I have in my book. Now I have to go change the character in my book to match what I see through, because that's not them. That's someone different. But I think honestly, if you just put more time and effort into the things you love, you'll get better at it over time.
Yeah, exactly.
I definitely like I was really good at eyeballing things. So looking at a picture and being able to transfer it, like I didn't take the necessary steps to learn anatomy the way one probably should, which is really understanding the structure of a human body. But then you look at things like Rick and Morty and all these other things. I'm like, I can draw like that though. He
Yeah.
doesn't have to be atomically correct in a perfect body. He can be just anything.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's it, right? Like as long as you're getting the message through, right, one way or another. There's a little bit of like you also have to be consistent. Like your character has to look the same if they're looking left or right or up or down. Like they have to, you still have to know that that's the same character. So that's where
Yeah.
some of the technical ability comes in. And there's just even Rick and Morty. There's skill involved in doing that, right, and having like an iconic character, like an art phrase time, like an art style of iconic character, right?
Yeah.
There's not much to them. There's still a lot of skill that goes into that, but
developing an art style is
yeah,
like that's the thing, right? Like you recognize Rick and Morty anywhere just because of its art style. I'm not saying like they were a dumbed down version of art. They're quite unique and amazing characters.
Yeah.
And they have their own kind of anatomy built into them, which is also pre-planned, you know? Rick's skeleton works with his body. It's in one arm is not flopping everywhere.
Yeah.
Unless it's like the Cronenberg episode. Where they're all just mashes of flesh.
True. There are exceptions with that show in particular, but but yeah. I think you hit the point. Like it's and usually when you have someone or like an artist that has like a style, even if it's a very simplified style, like usually they're pretty good artists anyway. Like they could draw realistic, and they could draw other styles, maybe not as good as others, right? But they can still hold their own in any form of art style, and then they just chose this one because that's their style is a combination of everything, but they usually have the foundations that they could do any of it, at least to some degree. And I think that's where a lot of people get caught up, because they'll look at Rick and Morty and they're like, I'm going to draw that way. And it's like, well, unfortunately, you got to draw, the way Roberto's drawing, and you got to draw like really detailed and then really abstract to just get the foundations so that you can do a really simple and silly looking thing like Rick and Morty, right? It's a weird, like, you almost have to do all the hard work so that you can do the thing that looks easy, right?
Yeah, you have to know how to do it, and then you can do whatever you want with it, right? Just
It's
like writing.
Yeah, it's just like writing. It's like knowing the rules so you can break them, right?
Yeah.
That whole concept, very familiar in writing. Like
Like
writing short stories, for instance. People think because it's shorter, it's easier. It's actually the complete opposite, right?
We were just talking about that in the Cambridge author meetup group they do down like in Kitchener and Waterloo area. And the last thing was short stories, and like word economy is so important. And in art, it's kind of like every line matters, right? It's kind of like word economy, where you put your stuff.
Yeah, 100%, right? Like it's a understanding the tools so that you know how to so that you know where to use them and where it's important. And novels can be a lot more forgiving because you can meander, and you can have story beats that don't necessarily tie into the whole structure, right? It's because everything's revealing character. and you're spending time with characters, and that's what's important when you're reading a novel. But a short story is you need to get in and out and make your point and have it be effective, right?
I really enjoy trying to write like microfiction and stuff like that. When they give you the hard 100-word limit, it's like,
Yep.
what do you do in your 100 words, right? It has to be that much, and can't go over. That's what it is. So finding the best word for the best like situation, and art styles too. The best way to draw something.
Mhm. Yeah.
But the little 4-panel comics are super cute, like Brain and Heart and the
Mhm.
Yeti one. Like there's a bunch of them I have like books for that are just delightful to read and
Mhm.
see where they go with it.
Yeah, that's always been one of my dreams, is to get like an old school comic strip done. I have like 3 written and ready to go, like a year's worth of comic strips, and I refuse to hire an artist to do it. I want to do them myself, and as we've been talking, I can't. I'm incapable. So, or at least not at that stage in my drawing ability yet. I draw similar to how Roberto's drawing right now, which is the layout. But this is him just like quickly drafting it, and I probably still get my anatomy way off. Not counting that last panel. I can't replicate that last panel. But that was his first one, so I like the best I could hope to do.
I swear to God, sometimes my art just looks better when it's like that. When
Mine
it's just
too.
kind of sketched and it's really tiny and you can't notice anything.
Mhm. There's like a freedom to that, right?
Yeah, it's like, why can I draw this little body the way I want it to look? But when I upsize it, I can't get it the way I want it to look. But I don't think I've really fallen into an art style. Like, I think, like you said, you just have to draw a lot and eventually it'll come to you. I think when I let myself just draw, I kind of into like little weird whimsy sack people bodies.
Yeah.
they all end up with little sack bodies.
Mhm.
I'm like, I should just lean into it and go with sack people. That's what I draw.
It's all about the end goal. Depends what you're trying to accomplish, right?
Right.
But yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, so we have a page. How do we feel about this page? Is there any notes? Any other ways you want to go with it?
You were saying that he was walking through people, right? But I just leave
You mean abstract?
yeah, just the features floating, like the eyes and the mouth.
Yeah, that might like it is. We're doing 5 panels, so I think it would definitely work to have it that way. But I think having them go through people and either have like, if it's not just art and we're doing dialogue or something, them talking about who he is or what has happened maybe might be kind of important to the visuals of it.
Yes.
Just so.
Okay, so I go this way and I leave some room for text, for balloons, and about the face, this face reveal. Do you think I should do like different features, like different art hairstyles in the same head, or or just one defined face, or maybe I don't know. I can do like scars showing, stitching together the different parts.
Yeah, I would definitely have something wrong with his face. Either he'd be maybe covered in blood, or he'd be hurt, or maybe he's like this too, because it could be after days or weeks after his trauma that he's.
Okay, but this face is blank and then this appears in the mirror, or
Yeah, that's how what it would be like.
okay, perfect.
Right on.
Okay. All right. I keep going. Let me know if I'm have to be turn it somewhere
if you have
else.
to pivot. Yeah. Yeah, don't be shy. Like if there's something that you think is not going the way you expected or hoped, like Roberto's very what's the word?
Valuable.
Yeah, like he'll work with you. Like that, don't he won't take offense to saying actually I was thinking this. So feel free. That's part of the experience here. That's the difference when you make a comic yourself and you send it to an artist and then they send it back and it's a completed page and you're like, it's not exactly what I meant. Uh, you get the opportunity to stop him midstream before he spends his time refining something that wasn't exactly what you meant.
Yeah.
It's not
I
something you're usually afforded.
I think maybe the first two panels,
Mm-hmm.
like understand the mirror in this idea of mine, the mirror is kind of coming out of nowhere.
Okay.
He's walking around a group of people, or maybe he's in a room with the people.
Okay.
And in panel 1, maybe one person has eyes, and in panel 2, one person has eyes and another person has a mouth. Then this confusion panel is really great. And then he looks into mirror to see himself.
Okay.
So rather than the disembodied eyes and ears, etc., it's like a person with one feature and another person with another with like one with a nose, one with an eye, right?
Yeah, we'll go with eyes and mouth. Maybe.
Eyes and mouth.
Since those are the most prominent ones, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, especially when you got like the smaller panels going on.
Well, the nose is prominent, but the others are more expressive.
Yes.
Yeah, they're more expressive. So you can have like an evil grin or a frown, have it crying, or you can have the eyes crying, and something like that.
Nice. Okay. So we'll let Roberto adjust that. Telephone.
Did I mute it?
Here, can I mute you?
It's going.
It's still going. Here, I'll meet you. There you go. Just wave if you need something. All right. So while he's refining, so you mentioned you enjoy comics. What's your flavor, I guess? What do you enjoy?
Honestly, I think I like all comics.
Nice.
I think
we need more of you.
We all started with like the simplest ones, right? The ones you get in bubblegum.
Yeah.
Or double bubble comics. Those little guys. And I think that might be like my first exposure to comics.
Oh, wow.
I grew up in like rural Newfoundland.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
The comics might have only came in bubblegum. And then like Archie comics. I can remember actually reading those when I was a teenager and actually discovered anime. Manga kind of opened up the window to manga for me.
Nice.
So they're kind of, some of them are up there. It's Sailor Moon and Cardcaptor Sakura, and I really prefer hardcover books.
Oh yeah.
So I have the hardcover edition of Nausicaa, Valley of the Wind. Have you seen the show? It's like a Hayao Miyazaki kind of movie.
Okay.
Ghibli. It's one of my oldest kids repeat watches as a baby, like a 4-year-old, where you would just watch it on repeat. All we ever saw was Nausicaa, Valley of the Wind. The the manga is just amazing. There's it has all the great stuff from the movie, which I really enjoyed, and then it brings in all this depth to their world. It's great. So currently I'm reading that one, and I'm also reading Absolute Batman.
Oh yeah. That's quite a swing.
I don't know how it happened, but I stumbled over a YouTuber, and he was talking about the comics, and it was the way he presented everything was so great, and I'm like, well, now I gotta go read Absolute Batman.
Amazing.
So and the Superman one looks really good, but I'm waiting till I can get the hardcover. So I have the first edition because I was the first comic issue because I was traveling, but now I can get them all in the hardcover.
Oh, and they're slick too. They're really nice, and they're doing them at the same time, like hardcover and softcover, so you can choose. It's nice. It's
bought the hardcover, bleeding for it. The One World Under Dune.
Yeah.
It looks. I watched a couple of videos. I'm like, okay, I gotta stop because I want to read it. And it's like it made me realize because like I was exposed to some X-Men comics growing up, but it was mostly like the cartoon.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
So I never actually had physical X-Men books or comics that I had. I saw one or two now and then. When I was a teenager, I think I had some issues of like the Gen X one.
Okay. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and so didn't get exposed to a lot of the X-Men shit. But my brain went ahead of me. My mouth went ahead of my brain. So now I don't know what I was talking about.
So we were talking X-Men. We were talking not
Oh.
having too much
Oh.
access. Yeah.
I can talk myself out of a conversation really well. But they never even the movies, the way they presented Doom was so kind of one-dimensional.
Yes.
And the way the comic books do it he seems so much cooler.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I know he's the villain, but I'm like, I'm rooting for Doom. Even though the last video I saw, he was doing some pretty awful things. But I'm like, it seems like such a more in-depth character. But just seems I want to read more about him.
Nice. Yeah,
That's
I don't think there's too much hope when it comes to the MCU and Doom right now because they're looking. It really truly feels like they're going for like some kind of cash in. I mean, the bar is low, I guess. Like people are expecting nothing from it, so if it's even somewhat good, people will be over the moon.
That's kind of the impression I got around it. And then I had to stop because I didn't want it to disillusion me or take down my excitement to read it. Because it's like, oh, they're just gonna be, oh, he's a villain again, you know? Oh, he's still the bad guy and he's not doing anything actually in depth.
Yeah.
Even though his logic is like the Thanos logic, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
He has to do it because no one else is willing to do it.
Yeah. Which like cool. So you change the face and you did the same character, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of upsetting. Yeah.
I do want to know where the T-Rex Doom came from. Like, where'd he come from? Like he's just there and he's riding in on a T-Rex that's dressed like himself.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think he's a robot. I think he's like from another dimension or something. I don't know.
Yeah, Roberto, you want me to mute you? You wanna you wanna fill us in here on the
fill me in on.
Oh, sorry,
you lost your screen too. But
yeah.
Fill us in on your Doom history.
Who is Jurassic Doom? Like that T-Rex guy who's dressed like Doom.
Yeah, I almost every week I go to the library and pick comics for my kids, and I just picked that one that the Fantastic Four go to another dimension where they are dinosaurs, and then Doom's comes the Doctor Doom. It's a T-Rex and comes back to our world, our dimension.
Of course, he's a T-Rex in an alternate dimension.
That's basically
it.
Sometimes you're looking for a deeper meaning, and there just isn't.
I didn't understand where he was coming from, so now I know though, and I don't think they're going to explain it in the comic at all.
That doesn't make much sense in the comic because every character are different species of dinosaurs, and they have kids that are another species of dinosaurs. That doesn't make any sense in that regard, but it's fun.
It's just comics.
Yeah.
That's the answer. It's comics for comics' sake. So
yeah, they can get kind of wild, especially with all their alternate dimension kind of stuff that they're doing now. I think the other comic I recently bought was do you remember David Bowie's The Labyrinth?
Yep.
So there's the movie, and then there's actually a manga prequel that's where the baby goes back to the labyrinth, and then there's now or not a prequel, it's a sequel to The Labyrinth. Now there is a prequel telling how David Bowie, Jared became the Goblin King, and the person before him who was the Goblin King.
All right.
So I'm like, I'm down for a prequel of that.
Sure. Yeah.
Like they're drawing it all out. You can make them in the movies.
Yeah.
That's cool too.
Oh, I think it's. I feel like Labyrinth and all that is so niche now. It's so like of its time that it'll never, it'll never hit the heights it did, and that's not so it'll never be enough for them to want to like see it through, right?
Yeah.
It's comics are the right home for it because the people who want it will find it, right? But the
Yeah.
movies, it's like we have to make $200 million. It's like, well, you're not going to make that. So
I was surprised. There's a, like I said, I'm learning all my stuff from YouTube, and it's like she was just talking, a YouTuber was just talking about it, and I'm like, what? That's a thing? So I guess I'll have to go read that. And also, my kids, I'm like, where are you? Because they're talking about like the anime they're watching, like Jujutsu Kaisen and Demon Slayer. And they're like, but that's before this arc. I'm like, where are you reading manga? Because we don't have those. And they're like, oh, I watched somebody talk about it. Or they
yeah.
read it online somewhere. Like, but not here. Solo leveling.
Oh yeah.
Like, I was watching the anime, and I was like, it's really good. I'm getting kind of really tapped out of the anime they're producing, where it's, I died and I reincarnated in this other world and I'm all super powerful. There's so many. But this one was a little twist on it. He's still in his kind of world, and there's portals that come in. So I'm like, okay, it's enough of a twist that I can enjoy it, even though I know he's going to be all powerful, which kind of destroys like any fear you feel for characters,
Sure. Yeah.
And then the anime wasn't going fast enough, so I bought the manga, and the art in the manga is so like just spot on to the anime.
Oh yeah.
So I read ahead, but then I was still trying to watch the anime, and I'm like, didn't I already see this before? Because it just looked exactly the same. I've never seen like an anime and their manga be so similar.
Yeah, there's usually a lot more translation. Like manga and anime, I feel like are at least somewhat closer in terms of like they do try to tell the same story to a degree. Where like if you watch like any of the DC animated stuff, like they go their own direction almost every time, right? Like they never tell the exact same story that you find in the book. So they're two different experiences. But with manga and anime, I do feel like there's a little bit of like where it's headed, and they won't divert so hard or like but some of them are so tight to exactly what the story is. Right. And then there's others that'll divert but will still hit their arcs, and still like kind of where the conclusion's going to come to, even if they don't take the same path, right? But yeah, it's always interesting to see those ones that are just like page for page, panel for panel, like just animated. Right.
I don't think I've seen a lot of them like that. I know the 90s anime, they kind of always I think they weren't super true to their manga counterparts. Sailor Moon, for example, which is like 300 episodes or almost 199, I think. But just recently they brought out like a new Sailor Moon, and she was drawn quite differently even from her character in the manga.
Oh yeah.
And people were not happy. By the third season, they kind of canceled the series, and they started bringing out the last half of the story in movies, 2-part movies.
Oh, interesting.
And the art style was a bit more towards the old anime, I think.
Okay.
Because her character, her drawings are quite unique.
Yeah. There's a very clear style there, right? And it was so popular when it was on television and that it's like now there's an image ingrained in people's heads of what Sailor Moon looks like. So if you divert too far from that, you're gonna upset people, right? But then there's the other aspect of it where unless you do something really cool and really novel, so like you're talking about Absolute Batman, right? That's not Batman. That's like a totally different thing. And yet
his face bothers me.
Oh yeah.
Batman. Because have you ever seen the movie Cool World?
Yes.
how when the character dies at the end and his eyes are like little round things, and
Oh yeah, yeah.
his face looks, Batman reminds me of that dude. His face when he's not being Batman. And I'm like, he really reminds me of those guys. He's kind of really buff in the chest like them. His
Interesting.
face is really small features. I was like, I kind of ignore Batman's face.
I can't say I've made that connection, but I see it now. That's pretty funny.
His tiny features of his face.
Yeah, I think it's just trying to get across that he's a much younger
Yes.
man, right? But yes,
Yeah,
but I could see the crossover there.
I like their twist that they did for it. Like he's kind of the one on the outside, and I think it's the Joker that's supposed to have his be the one in the back cave or have the cave and in the mansion.
Yeah, there's a without spoiling how far it's gotten.
That's okay. I've seen a couple of episodes, so I know where it's going.
Yeah. Oh, I won't spoil anything, but the whole point was, yeah, they definitely switched spots. There's definitely a like you know, the Batman who's rich and has all the tools at his disposal is flipped, and now he's like a young upstart versus the guy who has all the tools and all the everything to his name, but like, what does he choose to do with it? It's interesting. I won't get too deep into it, but it's pretty cool. It's a good series. I've been enjoying it. Have you read Absolute Wonder Woman though? I'm absolutely loving that. If you love dark fantasy, Absolute Wonder Woman, so good.
So I've looked up the Absolute Batman, and I've seen a couple of videos on Superman. I have not looked into Wonder Woman yet, but I even like what they're doing to Superman. I really like the twists and turns that everything is happening there. I really like their alternate world they've created for these characters and how they turn them on their heads. And I'm like, yeah, I'm down to read all those.
Yeah, it's funny because like we did this already. We did this back in like 2000. What was it? The 2010s, maybe the 2000s, with the Ultimate Universe and Marvel and all that, and they restarted and had new takes on their characters, and it worked. And then the Ultimate Universe kind of lost its way because it had the same problems that the regular one did.
Was that like after the House of M, or
that was I don't even know timeline. I think it was concurrent. I think it was happening at the same time. So it was just a separate line of books. So very much like the Absolute stuff. It was just a separate, they call it the Ultimate Universe, and it was a totally different thing. And then eventually they roped them all in. That's where like Miles Morales and all them came from.
Oh, okay.
But it was basically that idea. So it was the Marvel version of this that they just said, you know what, we're gonna modernize it. Like take these characters that were written in Marvel's case in the 60s and 70s, and we're gonna just write them as though they're from now, with now being, 2008 or whenever it happened. And that's actually what a lot of the movies are based off of. They're based off of the Ultimate version. They're a little bit of an amalgamation of both, but at least design wise, a lot of it comes from the Ultimate side of things, the reimaginings. But they got so caught up in all of the comic book of it all, of all of the continuity. And if you want to understand the story, you have to read 5 years of story. So it's basically like they fixed the problem because they gave everybody something new to read.
Yeah.
And then it just became comic books again, where it's like, well, if you really want to understand it, you have to read these like 100 books. So that, and then it became, yeah, right. And it just became a whole thing where the whole point was for it to be an easy entry point, and it just wasn't anymore. And they decided to end it, and then they restarted it recently and then ended it. They're ending it now, or I think it's ended now already. Anyways, ending it soon, or have us already. I'm behind on Marvel myself because I read a lot of it on the digital platform and it's super delayed. Anyways, but yeah, so it's kind of interesting that they know that the refresh works.
Yeah.
But they also know that there's a finite time that you can do it before it starts having the same issues, right? Based on the last experiment. So it's kind of interesting. But we're in the fun part now, so there's no point to worry about.
I'm at the start, so if I get in right now.
Yeah, right? Like you're at the best. Yeah, you're at the best part. This is the best part, is when it's all new and it's not confusing or muddled yet. And everything's still a surprise.
Yeah.
This is where you want to be.
Because I haven't seen anything about what the Wonder Woman one is gonna be like, but like dark
Oh,
fantasy,
it's so
fantasy
good.
horror. That's
Yeah. Like it's basically like Wonder Woman comes from Themyscira, right? Like she comes from this island of Amazons.
yeah.
Um, but in Absolute, she comes from hell.
What?
And she rides like a Pegasus skeleton.
Oh, geez.
Like, yeah, it's. I think if you're into like dark fantasy stuff, like you'll love it. I think.
I'm down for Pegasus skeleton. That sounds cool.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm enjoying it. Of the three, like I think Absolute Batman is still like the flagship, but my number two would be I think it's Absolute Wonder Woman. Yeah, it's been
Are
a
they
lot of
doing
fun.
Absolute Flash too?
They have Absolute Flash. That's by who's that by? Canadian. He did Essex County. Oh my god, he's not coming to me. That's embarrassing. But yeah. Oh my god, that's gonna kill me if I don't look him up now. Essex
Look 'em
County.
up. I don't remember like names.
Yeah.
Like it takes a while for it to be ingrained into my head. Like I have to see a picture of you and then your name. If I just see your name on the cover of a book, maybe I'll get to know you eventually if I have enough of your books.
Yeah, like I have to see the name written to and your face. Like if you're wearing a name tag, best thing you could do for me, and then I'll remember. But if you're not, Jeff Lemire is his name anyway. Jeff Lemire. The reason it's embarrassing is because he's one of ours. He's from Toronto. So I feel like I should know that name.
No, you should know.
Yeah, right. Like, come on.
Shame.
Yeah. So, dang. But yeah, Jeff Lemire. So that's his. He's doing absolute Flash, which has been really cool. Absolute Green Lantern is out there. Absolute Martian Manhunter is probably the most like wild of all of them. Like they're really going for it with that book. Doing something different. It's all about like synesthesia and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, so a lot of colors and then ghostly figures and yeah. Anyways, I can't recommend the whole lot of them. They're really good, but yeah, if you're into like collecting the hardcovers rather than reading them as they go, I think they're keeping that market in mind. Like it seems like they're also writing this for the bookshop, because the trade comes out, hardcover comes out at the same time. Like they just want people to read it.
They're not made. I noticed that I could get it really quickly. Like it
Yeah.
was only like I think it just came out, or I could buy it on Amazon recently. But it's
Yeah.
trying to find the loose comic in stores and stuff. I can't find it, even at comic book stores, which I'm thinking is wild. Like
Yeah.
if I just want, like they didn't come out that long ago.
They've
It's only-
been selling like crazy. Like I think they're on their 9th printing of Absolute Batman right now. Yeah,
Wow.
so I think that's also part of the drive to be like, you know what, people are looking for it. Like one, they did a 9th printing, which is wild, because normally they're just like, too bad, right? You missed it. But they keep printing the loose, like the singles, but they also were very quick to release the collections, so that when somebody wanders into a store and says, I just heard something about this Absolute Batman, they have something they can give you and say, yes, please read it, right? Which is the right approach, instead of saying like, shame on you, you should have known when your FOC date was and pre-ordered. Which again, that's one way of doing it, but I can understand why somebody just walking in off the street probably doesn't understand what that means.
Yeah.
When I got started in comics, I wanted my copy of Superman Red Sun. That's what got me back into comics. Like I read comics as a kid, and then I took a bit of a break, and then in the Toronto Star, to speak locally, there was, in the entertainment section, there was the Superman, and he had the hammer and sickle. Actually, I'm wearing a Superman, but imagine this, but he had a hammer and sickle instead on his chest.
I've read that one. It's around somewhere.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
I
But-
loved it. I thought it was great.
Right? I thought, yeah, I love it. Got me back into comics. Like that's how much I loved it, right? But I had a hard time getting back in. Like I was probably 6 months delayed because I went to the comic shop. It was a very popular comic, and what did they tell me? What do you like? You didn't order it. Why would I have it? Right? It's like, what does that mean? I came to the store like as someone who grew up as like a gamer and a regular consumer of other things. Like if I want the latest copy of whatever, if I'm they're a week after release, I can get it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you go to the store and you want that game that's going to sell out that day, but you can expect, I'm here a couple weeks late. Now can I get it? But a comics is the complete opposite. It's like, no, you missed the window. Right? We ordered them and they're gone, and now you don't get it anymore.
I don't think I knew that about comics, because I was like looking for these comics. I'm just struggling to find them. I was even in like the Brighton, UK in October, and I was even looking at comic books over there.
Nice.
I couldn't find, because I was traveling, so I had the first edition of Absolute Batman. I'm like, well, I'll get the second one for like when I go home, and like, no, I found One World Under Doom, but it was like a different, like it was just like issue 5, and I'm like,
oh yeah.
I'm like, no, I can find them. So
yeah, it's tough, right? And so the answer they always like the comic market, the answer they always have is let's start at number 1 again, thinking that's going to like solve the problem, but it's like all it does is it drives up the collector market a little bit. People buy it, but again, it's like nobody's paying attention to the calendar. They usually don't hear about things the week it comes out. So for the direct market, it's like if it's something like really hot, I think the way that DC is doing it now is the right way, that they're like, let's just get it in their hands one way or another, right? Where usually we're going to do our print run, and to keep the value of those up, we're not going to do another one, or it's going to be designated a second printing, and that's not coming out till whenever. But a lot of it just also just the way it works. It's like, unlike books, like books are returnable, comics are not returnable. So the risk is entirely on the comic shop. So they're not going to order 100 of something, if they know that they're only going to sell 10. Like 10 people pre-ordered, they're going to order 12, 2 for the shelf, and then 10 to the people that actually pre-ordered it. So then when you walk in 2 months later, they sold those 2 copies. Right? but it's because, like, understandably, they didn't want to hold that risk and be the ones like stuck with these copies of these books. So it's kind of a like chicken and the egg. Like, how do you fix that?
It's good that they see the hype around the Absolute Batman and stuff, though, and they're keep like making more. Yeah, they're still hard to find, but like I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay waiting, because, like I said, I like the hardcover editions of comics, so I'm willing to wait to get those copies. I did start reading one. I think it was called Power.
Oh yeah, Power's like the police force one, like the Bendis.
Like it starts off with a dark little orb, and someone they make a joke in the comic about them being Power Rangers or Power Ranger knockoffs.
Oh, is it Radiant Black?
Yeah, is that one?
Okay.
Like,
yes, the orb is what tipped me off. And the Power Rangers.
Yeah, this little black orb.
Yeah.
So
that's a really good one. We need more of that. That's like a creator owned. So that's Kyle Higgins, I think. Anyways, I could be wrong. But yeah, that's like someone individual made that comic. Now it's like a whole universe, right? We need more of that. Like, it's not DC or Marvel. There's others, right? But DC and Marvel are like 95% of the market. So if they don't exist, the market doesn't exist.
It took a long time for has DC ever done that kind of reboot before, like what they're doing with Absolute Batman?
Not in this same way, where it's like concurrent, right? They've rebooted the whole thing a couple times now. There's a very famous one in the mid 2000s, I guess. The New 52, it's called. If you want to watch some fun videos, there's look up the New 52. It was a very daring thing to do. So the first comic in all of like Western style comics is Action Comics, Superman, right?
Yeah.
And they restarted the numbering on that. They started with number 1, which was like blasphemy. Like, what are you doing? They've since gone back, but now there's like a weird gap in the numbers, right? I think it ended at 52, and that wasn't the original intention. But anyways, what it was 52 different comics, restarting the entire universe. Everyone was different, with a couple exceptions. Green Lantern and Batman were more or less untouched. But the whole idea was the whole universe restarts. It jumps forward 5 years. And the problem was it wasn't cohesive. So, and they were trying to do 52 books at once, where Absolute Batman came out, and then Absolute Superman, and then Absolute Wonder Woman, and they took a breather, and then they brought out the next like 2 or 3. This was 52 on day one that they released all at the same time, all rebooted. Yeah, they lasted for.
That's getting a tone for if your audience actually likes it. You're just
Well, this is it. Yeah, they like carpet bombed it. They did all of it at once. Right?
just
It was
on hype then.
yeah.
Loyalty, brand loyalty.
Well, this is it, right? So you gave a lot of people a jumping off point. Right? A lot of people maybe didn't like what they saw because it was too different from what they expected. So there
Yeah.
wasn't that like safety net because it's like, no, the Superman you knew is gone forever. Right? And then eventually, 5 years later, they have what they call the rebirth, which is they brought back the old continuity and they undid the reboot. So that was the closest they came to doing exactly that. And then there was I think it was 86, 87 was the Infinite Crisis. Crisis on Infinite Earths, not Infinite Crisis. Crisis on Infinite Earths. And that was a reboot just to get rid of to clean up the continuity. So there's a lot of
Was that a comic and the shows? Because
it was
I know
that was
2 movies.
It was in the 80s, so it was like purely the comics, but it was like that was like the start of a new age in comics. It was basically like there's the Golden Age, which is like the original, right? Like those are the Joe Shuster like original comics, pre-Marvel. And then there's the Silver Age when Marvel came in, and also there was the Comics Code. So it was like the Hays Code in movies where they couldn't show violence, they couldn't show nudity, so they had to work around a lot of stuff. So comics got really silly. Like Superman would become a fish in one issue, and then would become whatever, and it was just like they would just do whatever. So
I saw that.
yeah, right. So this reboot, you could see some really silly covers too. If what's the website?
Like
You should look up one time. Superman is a dick, and it's just finding these old covers of him just being awful to Lois, being awful to Jimmy, and it's just like old covers because the cover also had nothing to do with the interior of the comic much of the time. So that was like a story in itself. But anyways, and just him being awful, very off type of what you would expect from Superman. But it was because of the churn; they just had to like come up with stuff. So in the 80s they wanted to go back to like not even go back, they wanted to like have like a proper, we're going to do continuity, we're going to make like a like this is the Superman, this is Batman, not like he's a fish one week and then he's a whatever the next week. Just let's establish who's who, and they did that. So they had called it the Crisis on Infinite Earths. They had all the different versions of the different characters, and they all like merged. It was very multiversey, but it was in the 80s, so it was like novel at the time, not like now where like every TV show does it. So yeah, really cool book, really cool story where they just realigned everything and said this is the true way of doing it. So that was not so much a reboot as like a restructuring, and then Marvel did it, and then the New 52 happened as a response to the Ultimate Universe, and now we're here. So now you have the Absolute one, which seems to be the happy medium. It's like, let's do it, but you don't lose the old stuff. Like you can still read regular Batman, or you can read Absolute Batman. They both exist. We can tell our stories, and nobody loses anything. So, anyways, not that you asked for the history of all comics, but there you go.
I don't mind. So, is the 2 movies, Infinite Earth, are they based on the comic at all, or are they?
Yes, but the context isn't there, right? So there's the 2 animated movies you're talking about, I assume. Yeah. So they do touch on a lot of the notes that happen in there, but it's like it's a story devoid of the context of the books, right? Like the reason all of that happened was to reset everything, right? Which I guess their answer to that in the live action movies was the end of the Flash was a kind of a nod to it. I don't know if you watch that. I don't recommend it. With the Ezra Miller Flash movie,
the one with Michael Keaton as Batman.
Yeah, that's right. Yes. Yeah, and then at
Oh
the end,
yeah.
they go
They go
through all the
space.
different. Yeah, they go through all different versions of things, like the bad CG at the
Yeah.
end. Yeah, that was kind of their like nod to it. They're like, we're resetting things, but they
Okay.
also didn't like. They also wanted to keep that all. It was a weird. It was a weird way to do it. But anyways, that was what that was a nod to. Was we know all these other versions exist, but we're all gonna live in this version of this story now, right?
Yeah.
Um, so they always come back, and they're always, it's never fully gone, but there's like a definitive like we're following this version of these characters going forward, right? Um, yeah. So
I think eventually the movies are going to have to end, right? What Marvel
yeah,
is doing. I don't know if these next ones, which is what the Doom ones, I forget what they're called, are they supposed to be the end of this Marvel universe, or they're going to just try and keep going and just
they're
milking them?
they are going to uh yeah, I don't know. Like with the Marvel ones, I feel like they're gonna keep trying to do them forever. Like it's weird because this was supposed to be the next generation, right? Like we were supposed to move on from the
Yeah,
characters, right? Um, and instead it's like, well, we're bringing them back. Like these, I don't know if you've seen the trailers that are coming out from
I've seen
before.
a few of them.
Yeah,
It's
and
so
it's just like Chris Hemsworth looking sad with his baby or whatever,
yeah. It
right?
did seem like they were setting it up for the next generation kind of thing, where you get the kid of Thor, and I don't
Yeah,
think
like they
Ironheart
were,
did very well on Disney Plus though.
yeah, like they were really trying, and then they broke it, right? Like they were really, they really wanted to. What am I trying to say here? Like they really wanted to pass the torch. That's the word I was looking for. They wanted to pass the torch, so they did the new Captain America, right? And they did the new Hawkeye, Hawk Girl situation with the TV show. And then for whatever reason, they panicked. And I don't think it was because they moved on from those characters, right? I think it was because, like, because people would have accepted it. Yeah, we're on to the next generation. That's fine.
Yeah,
Um, it's just like you can't expect every movie to make the same amount that Endgame made, right? Like
yeah,
Endgame was the culmination of 10 years of storytelling. Um, so of course it's going to make $1 billion because everybody who's watched any Marvel movie has a stake in it. And then they started over, and then they're like, why isn't Ant-Man making the same amount as the Avengers? It's like, well, because nobody cares about Ant-Man. Right? Or at least not to that degree. Like it's a fringe character. Um, so they just panicked. They're like, let's just bring all the old people back. That's what people want. People want to see, Chris Evans again. It's like, well, that's
like
not. I want a good story, right?
Endgame kind of implied like the end of a series and an era kind of deal, right? It would have been
Yeah,
really great if they had just ended it there and moved on to something better. It could have been 10 or 20 years later if they wanted to do like a next generation stuff.
yeah,
Um,
exactly. Well, and this is a next generation is exactly the point. Like Star Trek, right?
yeah,
They've done this how many times? They've done so many iterations, so many different versions, but they understand the core of their story. They understand the core of their not just like their characters because the characters are always different, but they understand like what Star Trek is. So they can iterate on that. They can introduce new characters, they can introduce new everything, and people will buy in because they're like, yeah, this is Star Trek. It's like of course we're going to follow a new crew, right?
I bought into it because I enjoyed Discovery and Strange New World. I enjoy Discovery for a completely different aspect. My husband did not like Discovery, and he's like a Star Trek person. He enjoyed it, but I liked it because we got to see things from the first officer and
Hmm.
the not the commander, because he always had to follow the rules,
Yeah.
almost always. And now you had someone who could find romantic relationships and not be pulled down by them or
Hmm.
complicated by them, or oh, it's my duty or it's you kind of deal. And it's like it threw him for a loop. And I'm like, I don't know, I enjoyed that aspect of Discovery, and like I really like the mushroom jumping. And he's like, no, the Celium Network. I'm like, I think it's cool. He's like, that's not science. Really got him going. But yeah, I like how they tied it all in together. I like the Spock is the same Spock that's in the new movie, right?
Oh, I
Or
don't know. Is it?
I think
I have to look that
no,
up.
he's not the Captain Kirk one. Maybe
No,
I
no, no.
just saw him somewhere else.
He's I forgot his
Looks
name.
familiar.
It's another Torontoism. All the Star Trek shows except Picard. Picard was shot in LA, but the rest of them were shot in Toronto.
We like Picard too. He liked Picard as well. I like Picard.
Well, that one's just a throwback. Like if you came up on Generation, you're gonna Next Generation.
And it does get a little, I'm gonna say meh, but like that first season,
Yeah.
good season.
That one is the most what do they call it? Like it's the nostalgia thing, right? Like that's of the whole Star Trek series. That one's just like, hey, remember this? The member berries for a for a South Park reference. It had a bit of that going on, but it was fun. Oh my god, I'm looking, and now it's just gonna be me looking at the internet to find out who played Spock. Anyways,
I know,
the TV show.
He's not the same guy from the new relaunch movie. I'm so because that guy plays what was that superhero show 10-15 years ago? He was the villain. The 8 People's Brains or something.
8 People's Brains.
Was it Heroes? It's a
Heroes.
superhero show called Heroes.
Oh my god. Zachary Quinto.
Yeah. So
Zachary Quinto, 8 People's Brains. That's right. That's right. Yeah, he's from the movies, but the guy on the show is a different guy.
I think I might have watched something.
Ethan Peck he's the grandson of Gregory Peck.
Because he's
interesting.
Is he in Strange New World?
He is. He's in Discovery.
I feel like he's in both, and that's what's kind of set me off about it.
He's in Discovery and he's in Strange New World.
Yeah, I like the fact that he kind of crossed over just because of the way how long he lives.
Yeah.
He was here at this point, now he's over here, and you're like, what is he doing?
Yeah, but it makes sense in the continuity of the show. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, that's who I was picturing him, but I didn't realize he was Gregory Peck's son. I should have known that. Anyways.
I like Zachary Quinto, and like I think he did a great job in Heroes. Some people just really lend themselves to like villain roles, I find. Like as soon as they let Henry Cavill be a villain, like The Witcher, it was like I first noticed it in which one is it? Justice League 2? He dies. Which one he dies and comes back to life?
Oh, Batman versus Superman.
And that scene where he comes back and he starts beating the shit out of all of them, and I'm like, oh my god, you can see him shine as an actor. And I'm like, please make him be a villain or something. Then they gave him The Witcher. I was like,
that's right. That wasn't Justice League, but yes, you're right. Yeah, that was, as good as he was doing that, the whole concept upset me.
Yeah. Well, not remembering and being kind of like on them.
It was just they wasted like, this was a series of films they could have made with the death of Superman, and it was like a scene at the end of Batman versus Superman, and then like
they just brought him back,
and then they got they chickened out, right? Like it was just like, and he was just missing for Justice League for like no reason, because they wanted to kill him to be like shocking. It's like it didn't even make sense. He like drove himself into the kryptonite spear. Like, anyways, all very upsetting. I was not very happy with how that all went down.
I was kind of sad, like we didn't get any version really of Bizarro.
Right.
Where are you?
Although it looks like we're getting that with the James Gunn Superman, which is pretty cool.
The new one.
Yeah. Although I don't know. Even that's if I have one complaint about the new one, it's
supposed to be Bizarro.
That's what bugs me. It's like he clearly was, right? But they never say it. They always
Because
hint
he's
to
a
it.
clone, right?
Yeah, like that's Bizarro, man. But
Yeah.
I don't know. They
Uh,
didn't commit to it, and given how much they were willing to commit to everything else in that movie, the fact that they didn't do it with him was like, come on.
yeah.
It felt like a nitpick though. Like I loved that movie. I love Superman, the James Gunn one in particular. I also loved Man of Steel. Like very different movies, very different takes, but much like the absolute stuff, like
Mhm.
I don't think Man of Steel Superman was the Superman of the comics, and that's fine, right?
Yeah.
It's a different thing. Just
Like the Zack Snyder cut of I think the Justice League
yeah.
cut out that part that I liked. It cut out my favorite part, and I'm like, no, you put it back. But like
Yeah.
the actor who plays Joffrey from Game of Thrones,
Hmm.
like I've seen him in other. He's coming back to acting now after going to university and stuff. And I've seen him in a couple of things, and he's good. But man, that kid, like he just shined as a villain, and
He
I
just
think
has
some
like a
people
sinister streak.
just do. I think some people. There's a clip on YouTube, like his acting reel or his
Hmm.
like little tiny audition thing, where
Yeah.
he just says, "Oh, it's sunny outside." He says it happy, and then he says it evil or sad, and oh my god, the difference you see, and it's like you're meant for it, man.
Yeah. Yeah, some people they just have a there's like a anger or something behind their eyes that
They just
they can
yeah, they just lend themselves to it good.
yeah.
Zachary, I was leading into Zachary Quinto in Nosferatu.
Okay,
It's
I haven't seen that yet. Yeah.
it's also a comic. Like
Oh yeah.
I think the comic is a prequel to the TV series,
Okay.
and he does a really good job
Nice.
playing the villain in that one too.
Nice. I gotta check that out. It's on my list.
It's
But yeah, some people just yeah, they really pull it off. Um and it's like you can't it's like if you see an actor in a certain role when it's like it feels like it's too close to them and then you see them somewhere else and it's like that guy's evil. It's like no, he's supposed to be the nice guy in this movie. It's like no, I don't trust them because they did such a good job.
uh the like Henry, I'm calling him Cavill, but I think it's Cavill. Henry Cavill as Superman, I
Mhm.
thought was absolutely perfect. Like I thought he just embodied Superman in every which way. I'm like, yeah, I'll take that. That's my Superman. And then
Yeah.
as a Witcher, I'm like, yeah, okay, that's my Witcher. I don't know nothing about Witcher. I haven't played the games. I haven't read the books, so I don't know nothing about it. But I'm like, yeah, he's the Witcher. I
Nice.
can take him both ways. He does great.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah,
I find he shines in darker roles.
oh yeah. Yeah, I see that. Like it was kind of upsetting because he was good as Superman, even as like not an evil Superman, just a
No,
Superman.
but
And
I like.
it's yeah, it was just upsetting because he never really got to do it properly, right? Like it was always this like Snyder version of Superman that's like he's upset and he's brooding and he's gonna kill everyone because he can, and it's like that's not Superman at all, man. So it was kind of upsetting because I wanted to see him get like a proper crack at it. Um, like
It's DC syndrome though. You know how DC always has a tone where it always feels like it's dark and melancholy stuff.
yeah,
You ever see Gotham without like a sepia tone or like a
yeah,
gracious tone scale? Gotham is like the gloomiest place on earth in almost every iteration of freaking Batman. And
yeah. But
it's
if you read the
just
comics now, they're specifically Batman. They just reboot. Talking about reboots, uh, they just started with Batman #1. They're on issue 4 now, and it's Gotham like in the daylight.
oh my
It's
god,
very
you get
interesting.
Gotham in the daylight?
Yeah, you're getting Gotham in the daylight, and he wears like a blue and gray suit, like the Adam West style Batman, but like modern Batman. Like,
Dude,
yeah. So you check it out. Check it out. It's really good.
I will because
Yeah,
that's like my main kind of thing when it comes to DC movies and comics. It's like it's
yeah.
always a really dark, dredgy tone to things, and
Oh
you
yeah.
think like I don't know. It's like you don't have to make it like that.
Yeah. Well,
We need
that's why I lean to Superman, right? Because it's like he's the happy one.
yeah. And even but they like you said they even kind of did it to Superman in the latest ones, and I'm
Yeah.
like why? But
Yeah.
no,
It's kind of Yeah, it's kind of upsetting that they always need to feel the need to go dark. Or it's like when people say like, "Well, does he die?" It's like, why does a character have to die for it to be an interesting story, right? Like
Yeah.
there are other deaths. There are deaths in terms of like your ambition and your expectation and your like if you're a good writer, you know that death isn't the only death. Right?
So I, as a writer, I don't kill characters.
Yeah, that's fair, right?
I know when people say kill your darlings, they mean like your pros and stuff like that, but they also mean your characters. And I'm
Yeah.
like, but I can do so much more with this character than just kill it.
Well,
Kill
this
them.
is it. Like
I'm writing, but I started writing a horror novel called Peregrines, and it's basically an abandoned. It's not abandoned. I call it an abandoned theme park novel, but it's not abandoned. It's filled with creatures who are imprisoned there, and people have to die. And so, like, I'm killing a lot of people for the first time, really ever. I think I've only ever really killed off one other character, and it's like, oh my god, they're all dying. But I was treating them like fodder, and like
okay,
they didn't matter because I was just gonna kill them. But
sure.
it just made for a shitty book
Well,
because
this is it. You
you
gotta
gotta care about these people who are there because their
Yep.
deaths are meaningless if you don't. So it's like things for the rewrite, you know? I gotta make my characters characters.
Yeah, you have to feel it yourself, so you don't want to kill them off, right? And then when it hurts for you to do it, then you've done it right, right?
I think I was treating them that way because I knew they were all gonna die anyway. I'm like, oh well,
Yeah, and
these
so it's like none of this
die.
matters.
Yeah. But it does, and like I'm like, okay, I get it. And
Yeah,
like the critiques and feedback for what I was getting for it was on par, and it kind of opened my eyes to different things. So I'm like, yeah, obviously I shouldn't be treating them like fodder, cannon fodder. Poor guys.
yeah, yeah. No, it makes a lot of sense, right? Like it's you have to care. You have to
I,
care for it to matter.
I think it's because I never kill off characters that I was like, who
Yeah.
cares? They're all gonna die anyway. Why love them?
Yeah.
Like, you have to love them, or the story's just not good.
I love that.
Well,
Oh, that's funny. All right, so Roberto, how we looking?
that is coming out so well.
Yeah, you're on mute, by the way. We can't hear you. Still muted, and I can't do it for you. It says guest muted themselves. You may have to click or the screen and then hit M, like the browser window, and hit the M key. There you go.
Ah,
Okay.
success.
Yeah,
yeah. How are we looking with this page? Are you feeling
yeah.
ready for dialogue or?
Yeah, I think it's coming out really great.
Yeah. What about you, Roberto? Is there something you wanted to add to it, or are you feeling like this is the page?
I'm just a little details about the contrast. I think the effect. I think I have to these points. I have to make them bigger
Okay.
to make it work. Yes.
Now we watch with bated breath. So what you mean?
There. Something
Oh
like that.
yeah. I like that effect too. That like gray tone.
Yes.
That looks really cool. That looks very old school.
Yeah.
It does. I was about to say it like boom pow Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it, and it really helps with the like again the like featureless faces and things like, and then having this background that they really contrast against. It looks cool.
Yeah.
All right. So, dialogue, if any. What do you think, Alyssa? This is your domain. Do you feel someone needs to say something? Can they say something? They don't have mouths, but but we can work around that.
There's a couple with mouths.
True. Do we want them to say something?
Maybe it's his inner dialogue.
Yeah, or it could be that. Yeah, it could be an inner dialogue. It could be thought balloons if you want to keep the old style going. But yeah, anything that you think this requires to tell this story, or
I think it actually comes across really well, like in pictures. But I
It does.
mean, I feel like the dialogue I'm thinking of is a bit of cliche, as in like, "Who am I?" Or it could be the ones he's here, or even the ones who don't have mouths thinking something,
Yeah.
even though the character probably wouldn't be able to hear it. Like it's him,
Mm-hmm.
but he and this one here, like the third panel, it could be him asking, or third panel or last panel, him asking, "Who am I?"
Yeah.
or "Who is it? Who is he?" Because he doesn't recognize his own face.
So do we do? Yeah. Okay. We do that in the. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So okay. I'm trying to think this out. Were we just going to use one, or do you want him to be like questioning everything and being like, "Who am I? What is this place? Blah blah blah," or do you just want it to straight up be like, "Who am I?" What direction you want to go with it?
Um, I think for him to ask the question, "Who am I?" you definitely need a counter, like people recognizing him in some way, for him to
Yeah.
question who he is.
Oh,
So if someone thinks it's him, or "Oh no, he's here," and then all the
okay.
voices around him
Yeah.
just kind of like,
I
I
was
think
th-
that. Oh, keep going. Go.
no, I was thinking you could do that. You could have people like pointing him out, being like, "Oh my god, it's him!
Yeah,
Oh no, what's he doing here?" Or you can have it just be unintelligible, or have
yeah,
the bubbles with like scribbles in them, so he doesn't even know what they're saying, which adds to the confusion, right?
yeah.
Um, I'm happy to go either way. If you,
I think
I'm just spitballing.
either way is good. I think the scribbles with a bit of known language in it too, because just as these we're kind of revealing the faces of people,
Hmm.
we kind of revealing the speech of them as well, little
Okay.
bit by little bit. So if you have in panel 1, there's a box that says, or a bubble that says him, and then another one in 2 that says it's him, and then in third is a really powerful image on its own.
Hmm.
I don't know if you want to add anything to it,
Yeah,
but
that's
it
fair.
could be because there's a lot of mouths and stuff, so it could be
And
like unintelligible talk, like you said.
yeah, or just
And
leave
then
it like because you
yeah,
don't want to crowd it, right?
yeah, and then the last one, it's he could be ask. Well, he could just be looking into the mirror and discovering, or who's him.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't know if he would ask, "Who am I?" Because they're talking about somebody, or he can say it's him at the end.
yeah.
And that's like discovering something else, right? Because it's not me, it's him, which means that's someone different to who he is or he thinks of himself as.
Okay. Okay, so I think I know where you're going with it. Okay, so I'm gonna throw some of this into the chat. Let's make sure the chat doesn't show up on the YouTube real quick. Oh, it sure does. Dang. So that's an old tool that we can no longer
Wait,
use.
I don't see it on YouTube.
No?
No.
Oh yeah, no, I see it as the host.
Wait, maybe I have. If I let me see how old.
Wait, maybe if I do it under notes. Can you guys see the notes? No. I think our old way of doing this may have been broken, Roberto. We have to figure out a different way to do dialogue. Settings.
With this window that I'm looking at has a chat or a private chat.
I don't see it on YouTube.
Either of those work?
You don't? I see it on YouTube. I see a top chat, Instant Ink podcast. It's him. Anyways, this is top quality content. Is there a way to? Yeah, it put it right on. Why did it put it on YouTube? But it asked for it not to hide. Oh, it's even showing on the screen now. Oh my god, guys! New tool, and it's all going great. Anyways, okay. I think the dialogue's straightforward enough that you heard us, Roberto. So we're gonna go with like a squiggle, and then like it's him, or like him, squiggle him, it's him in the second panel, and then nothing for the next two? Is that what we decided on? Like 3 and 4 will have, or is 4 going to be like him being like, oh, and then in the last one it is him, right? Is that what we were doing? Tell me if I'm wrong.
No, I think something like that. But I think if we do him, then it's him in the first two.
Mm-hmm.
Having him say, or at the bottom maybe, who's he, instead of it's him, or who's he, because him, you know. Cool.
Yeah, I like that. But yeah, change it up. Otherwise, it gets repetitive. I'm with you. Okay. Yeah, this is always so we usually repost this as audio, and this is I always mention it because just to fill the space, because I'm sure the audio is just awful to listen to, but it's just us watching Roberto do something. It's just dead silence, and you're like, "Did my headphones die?" And it's like, "No, we just stopped talking."
I can keep talking. I can talk myself out of a conversation into a conversation.
I love it. That's a very good skill to have. No, I think we're in good shape. Yeah, I think the dialogue now we're just getting Roberto to fill it in. So he knows what he's writing. What else?
If write it on the chat, because I don't think it's going out on YouTube, huh?
I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it as the top chat. It was the last thing I wrote
too, and it's not there.
Did you open the live chat? Go to the live chat.
Oh yeah, the live chat.
Yeah. Okay. The thing at the live chat, if somebody rewatches the stream,
yes.
that will play. So if we had a lot of guests, if we had a ton of people watching and they were all chatting with us,
yes.
If you watch the live stream later, it looks like they're chatting. So that'll just pop up in the middle of the show.
Right.
So
yeah, but I won't be able to pick it up.
No, it's just gonna be gibberish anyway. Sorry. I'll figure out a workaround at some point.
Okay. Okay. Let me write every panel, and then I do the balloons. So perfect. What's in the second?
The second one, we were gonna change it up, right?
Yeah.
What is he saying there?
Maybe why is he here? Or if he's not gonna understand all of it. So I like it's him.
Or why is he? And then use that squiggle under the escape key. If you do
or
shift.
Maybe he's here. He's here.
He's here. He's here works.
More ominous than why is he here?
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, he's here.
Yeah.
And it's like now it's like, oh, who is this guy? What did he do? And then you get the reveal at the end.
Exclamation point.
Yeah. That's some good variety.
I think comic books are the only place that gets array with exclamation points.
Yeah. And emails. I'm notoriously bad at that. I think every paragraph ends with an exclamation point. I have to show my excitement.
Text messages.
Text messages as well, yeah.
Any exclamation marks I want.
Text messages, I have to say I'm pretty bad with the I overuse emojis. I love my emojis. That's my exclamation point. Specifically the smiley face with the one sweat. That's my go-to.
Mine is definitely the laughing one, because I don't know if people will get my humor or my sarcasm, so I make sure to put a laughing face at the end of almost everything I say.
Yeah.
Just so you know, it's a joke.
Yeah. Oh, I have that problem in real life with the sarcasm, right? I enjoy some good sarcasm, and not everybody seems to agree with me. So I've had some confusing conversations with my mother-in-law based on that. She's like, well, you do want to do that? It's like, no, But you just said you did. That's not what I was saying.
My father-in-law has like a really cool kind of toned sense of humor where I don't know if he's using sarcasm, and I think my youngest, like 15-year-old, has inherited it.
Uh-oh.
So when he says something, I don't know if he's serious or not.
You're
I'm
like
like,
ready to fight him.
yeah, like, what do you mean? And then like he goes and does the thing, and I'm like, but you said that wasn't
Oh
a
my
thing you could
goodness.
do. Like, I don't know. He's just it's such a flat delivery. Like,
Oh wow.
I guess I would believe anything he says, I suppose.
That's pretty funny.
I know I'm getting lied to in life. Just people who just completely flat delivery.
Yeah. Oh.
What?
What's happening? They lost the
happened?
screen.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Hold on. Hold on. I touched something I shouldn't have touched. Where'd it go? There we go. It's coming back. It's coming back, I promise. There we go. My bad. New tool, everybody. I really one day I'll learn it. Don't worry.
Is this your first time using it this time, or?
Yeah,
you
it's our
guys-
first. It's our first time using it for a live stream. So we've been using a different tool, Squadcast.
Yeah.
So and then we've used StreamYard before. We're very familiar with StreamYard, but this is apparently a better alternative, I'm told, by the internet when I was looking for StreamYard alternatives, because I don't know if you've seen the pricing and all that and the limitations.
I'm looking at it,
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty rough. Although I don't know, I'm not 100% sold on this tool either. But but yeah, it's StreamYard's pretty. Even though it's like the gold standard, it's not 100%, right? So we're experimenting with you. Thank you for for being open to experimentation.
I'll be the guinea pig. It's all right.
Sorry, what's that?
I said I'll be the guinea pig. It's all right.
I appreciate it.
I was actually like, I get that like Zoom has an app that you can use.
Yeah.
And like this is just a website.
Yeah. Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Zoom does like websites too, but when I was looking through it, I was like, where's the app?
Yeah.
Is it a program I can download? It's like, no.
Yeah, this one's just out of this, and then much like StreamYard, it's the goal of this is it's streaming out to YouTube and Instagram, right? So if you go to our YouTube page, that's where you're watching this right now. Where if you do it on Zoom, you have to be like on Zoom in order to see it. So that's kind of the benefit.
Did the other one you were using do this as well, or did you have to pre-record it and then?
The latter, yeah. It was all pre-recorded, and then we'd have to like upload it, and it was a whole thing. And it's like, and then because of that, we needed a bunch of lead time because it took a lot of time to download it and then like process it and re-upload it. So we're like, you know what? We're just gonna do it warts and all. Like maybe we'll make some mistakes and we'll stumble through the intro here and there, but let's just do it live. Like I think it's better for everybody involved. Because
we should record the intro.
We should pre-record the intro though, yes. For our sake. Or at least have it written down. So because I usually kind of wing it. But yeah, if I know exactly what to say.
We used to make different takes when we recorded it.
Well, that's the other thing. Yeah, we'd have the opportunity to be like, hold on, I'm gonna try that again.
Yeah.
We can't do that live. We just have to suck it up and live with it. It's not that different from what we would normally say, but we could always make a clean take. For now we can't, but that's okay. I think people are fine with that. We're not the first people to live stream.
I think you're good without the pre-recorded takes for your live streams. It's more authentic to the people you're kind of talking to.
I think that's true as well. Yeah.
If you're gonna stumble over your intro a bit, then I won't feel as bad if I stumble over mine. You know?
That's a very good point. Yeah.
Comfortable instead of you having like a perfect pre-recording.
It's like now you go. Match that. Good luck. Yeah, that'd be mean.
You have to read something off a card.
Yeah. That's a very good point. That's a very good point. Oh goodness. Okay.
What
So
do you want to do with the balloons here in the
yeah, we
12,
have
12?
the. So it's him. He's here. And then is the fourth one going to be him questioning it?
Maybe a question mark?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, I like that because he doesn't have a mouth. It's like
yeah.
you just give him like just a bubble, just a question mark, or not even in the bubble. If you can make a cool looking question mark. Where
In
he's
the fourth one, nothing in the third.
no.
Okay.
Nothing in the third. I think you did really great job bringing the third one to life without any dialogue.
Hmm.
It's really powerful on its own.
Yeah, it really gets the message across.
So, are we thinking that the character he sees is his true self reflected in the mirror and he can finally see, or perhaps even an alternate personality, kind of like two-face him? So instead of having the faceless figure say something, you could have the reflection say something.
Oh, yeah. And that logically that makes some more sense as well.
He has a mouth.
He has a mouth. Yeah, I like that approach. Or and then maybe you could flip it, right? It's him. He's here. He is here.
I'm here.
I'm here. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, right? And have it be like, or you could even make it, if you want to make it more sinister, be like, have it be like a hello again or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Like he knows this guy because it's him, but like, I'm back. Something
Yeah.
along like that, right?
Or it's me.
It's me. Nice to see you again.
Dot, dot, dot. Like, yeah, nice to see you again. Or it's me again.
Yeah. I like that. I like that approach. All right. Oh yeah, I like that question mark. That's a cool font. I do like to collect fonts. I'm always on I'm on all the font websites looking for cool fonts to use for comics and stuff. So when I see
Okay,
something
this one
cool,
is
I make it up.
called Impact.
Impact. Oh yeah. That's an old favorite.
Yeah. Sorry. What's the balloon in the last one?
Yeah. So what are we doing? Hello again, or I'm here, or what do we land on?
Hello again, maybe?
Hello again. I think hello again is good. It's like straightforward, simple, right?
Yeah.
I'm into it. Cool. Nice and foreboding. I love it.
I would change the dialogue in the second panel only because it's like we use the contraction it's him and then he is here and it reads kind of
Oh yeah. Yeah.
so
I follow that.
he's here instead.
He apostrophe S.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, no. Wrong tool.
Wrong tool. That's pretty funny. It's the chaos.
It's an interesting
Sorry.
Just-
Does
it's an-
the balloons need tails or no?
The
The last one.
last one, yeah. The last one for sure. I don't know if the others do, because it's just like who knows where it's coming from with the random placement of mouths. Unless
Yeah.
you think differently.
No, I think it's good to leave them open because you don't know if they are actually saying that or
Right.
he's thinking it.
Mhm.
Yes.
So if someone reads it and interprets it as that's what he's thinking or saying, then it kind of works with the last panel too.
Yeah.
and
Nice.
it still works with the last panel. The other people are doing it too.
I like it.
Now, am I gonna have to go write a short story?
The context behind it.
Yeah, what's going on here? I think we got a decent idea of what's going on.
Yeah, it's a very good like. Sometimes we have like very plot heavy, and then sometimes we do more this style, where it's
Mhm.
more about the like vibe, right? Like you never really get a sense of exactly what's happening. There's a clear story being told,
Yeah.
but it's more about the like the feeling of the page, right? So that definitely comes off here. Yeah,
I
we
think the
definitely
third
have-
panel works best without.
It does. It stands out more without
Yeah,
the
yeah.
contrast. Yeah, it's more contrast without the contrast. Yeah, but yeah, we got a cool
Cool.
page. We did it. We did
Yes.
it, guys.
You guys
Technical
put this
issues
down
aside.
to an art. Look at that. You sent me a little timeline of which things were going to be done and had to be done. You were like 8:55. We were going to have that done. And look at that.
We've had a lot of practice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm glad we were able to stick to it.
So
But yeah, this
sometimes
is a really
we
cool
do,
page.
sometimes we don't.
Sometimes chaos ensues. This one is we had some hiccups with the new tool, but other than that, went pretty
I
smooth.
think they worked pretty well for their first time. It was only
Yeah,
just
I just have to I have to understand that apparently every button changes the screen at some point. So it either mutes someone or changes the screen. So don't touch anything. Lesson learned.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So yeah, we got that signed, ready. Okay. So with that, we're at the end. We're at the end of our beautiful show. And at the end, what I like to do is give you the floor. So Alyssa, I'm going to knock every other screen off of the screen. I'm going to give you the floor, and you're going to be the the focus of all of our attention. So tell us who you are, what you're up to, where we can find you, all that cool stuff.
Alyssa Cormier. You can find me generally on Facebook. I'm that old, still clinging to it like a zombie. Instagram, I'm around. I have names on all the platforms. Obviously, I just hog them up. But you can feel free to reach out to me for anything. If you want to talk about, Rainbow Bright, Sailor Moon, or just stories in general. If you want to talk shop for writing, I'm really into. I really love actually reading other people's work, and I take great joy in helping a person or an author just build the best story they can tell. Whether it's as being a critique partner or just as a loose reader for your stuff, I enjoy doing things like that, and so feel free to reach out.
Nice. Yeah, and those people aren't always so easy to find. So I would recommend taking her up on that if anybody's watching or listening to definitely, if you could find a good reader, well worth taking up for sure. So that's a great offer on your end.
Yeah, it's fun.
So yeah, good stuff. No, it's hard to find good readers and hard to find readers that really know what they're talking about, which I have a sense you do. So that's really a good resource out there for everyone out there. Definitely check Alyssa out. Everything she got going on. Okay, with that, Roberto, what do you got going on? Share, let us know. Tell
Yeah,
us.
I'm going to take my time as Alyssa did. So that's a good example to follow. So I'm working on the fourth issue of Voyager that I'm planning to launch in September this year. And you can find me on robertovillacabaillustration.com. I cannot say my own name. You can find me there. I go to different social media from there. I'm planning other things, but I'll keep it quiet for now. So wait for September to Voyager 4. That's it for now.
Yeah, join Roberto's mailing list, and then you'll get more information.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's the best approach. You'll get an email. It'll be well written, and it'll tell you exactly what's going on. All right, so my turn. I'm going to tell you what's going on with me. So today was a big day for Pesto Comics. We are entering the direct market. So there's a big announcement. Working with Prana Publishing, I'm joining their crew. Pesto Comics is now part of their catalog, and you will find From Parts Unknown in the next catalog, in the January catalog for the FOC at the end of March. We will be in stores the last Wednesday of April, the Wednesday before Free Comic Book Day. So if you are going to get your free comics, you can find From Parts Unknown from Pesto Comics on the shelves. So that a really big day for that. Really cool news. So if you want to find news like that and everything else that's going on, pestocomics.com, at Pesto Comics on everything, including YouTube. You're on YouTube now. And most importantly, make sure you subscribe to the Instant Ink channel. This is pretty important. The whole thing we're doing here is trying to get more people to check out all the stuff we got going on, getting all these cool writers and artists and all kinds of creatives on to create cool one page comics. So we're at Instant Ink Podcast, both on YouTube and on Instagram. Those are the main places we're going to be from now on. So please check us out there. And yeah, with that, I want to thank everyone for watching. Alyssa, I want to thank you for being here. And then Roberto's going to say something.
Yes.
Go for it.
Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you.
Please do.
Yeah,
on a roll. I was just going to close shop.
Okay. Congrats first for the distribution. And
oh, thank you.
Yes. I wanted to comment on the sticker in the make. That's for Parts Unknown, right? The
Which one? Sorry.
Make. The sticker.
Yes, that's right. This sticker right here is from Parts Unknown. That is Big Jim Dorso. He's the main villain of the story. And spoilers, he's a vampire, and that's what the story is about. It's about pro wrestling vampires. So yeah, find that on your comic shelves coming this April. Yeah.
Perfect.
That's amazing news. Congratulations so much. I'm looking forward to having your book, your comics, even though I know most of them are Kickstarter. I just haven't gotten there to get them. So it's amazing that they're going to just be on shelves and wider distribution. I want to thank you, both of you, so much. Roberto, your art is amazing. Adriano, you're an amazing host. You're very easy to talk to. It was very welcoming. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes, no, thank you for being here. This was it was a lot of fun. You're likewise very easy to talk to. A lot of fun. And you're going to be at the Indie Author Conference this year?
Yeah, I'll be there. Yeah, cool. I'll see you there.
Okay, so we'll see each other in person.
A soccer game or something.
I will be actually. It's a scheduled one for 1:00 on Saturday. So on the Saturday, I'll be there for the morning, but I'll be there all Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah. So I'll definitely be there on the Sunday. I'll be there for a little bit of the Saturday. Yeah. Anyways, all that said.
Thank you guys so much.
Thanks, everyone. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. We'll do this again very soon. Thanks for being here, Alyssa.